We went
Okay.
from
Another D&D video. I don't know. We're going somewhere with a wall or map or something.
we went from number 1, which is Gold Town, to 3, which is Aethelwood, and now we're in Willowdale, which is number 8.
So we
Okay.
went
Oh,
from
we've gone a
one.
good ways.
Yeah. So they're not gonna wait a day. They're like basically an hour or
Where's
two. They're
3
going
at?
to
It's smack dab in the middle.
yeah, in the very middle.
Okay. Right there.
I actually forgot about the Great Bridge number 5, so we're just gonna retcon that and pretend we went over a bridge.
Oh boy, a bridge! It happened the day that we were, not.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, you all probably crossed the bridge and then set up camp, and that's when the witch attacked. Probably right past the bridge.
Everything
But
changed.
anyway,
yeah, that's where the
witch.
river was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Down
the
by
river.
the
Yeah,
riverside,
that worked out
down
well.
by
But
the
anyway, okay. So let's see. We're number 8, Willowdale. In an hour, we're going to take a portal to Old Willowdale, which is number 4.
Wait, didn't we just walk past it?
No, we're in number.
Oh,
We're in
okay.
8. We're gonna
Yeah.
take a portal to 4.
And this
Yep.
is the human area right here, smack dab in the middle. You said.
Yeah, the Crestfall, the map with all the numbers on it, that's the human area.
Okay, because I'm looking at the big map. So that whole other area.
Yeah,
And then
the big map. Where humans, everything in blue is human territory. So there is a second human territory, but we haven't gotten anything to do with it yet.
So
They are
basically-
allied with the other humans.
So basically, based on all of this in my country with my travels, I would at least know the Elfland, the Warforged area, the Dwarf area.
Yeah, the Warforged are actually pretty cool with the Minotaur. They're like one of the few races that actually accept them. But the Warforged are also kind of like new. They're basically space aliens from a different plane.
Oh,
But
that
anyway,
sounds wonderful.
Yeah,
So
but
based on where I'm at now, I've probably had limited experiences with the Dragonborn, no experiences with the Goliath, with the Sean's
yeah,
Dwarf area,
pretty much
the Tiefling, and a
under
little bit orc.
pretty much under the wall in the middle are basically enemies. But the humans still kind of trade with the orcs, kind of where they meet at the top right there, because the wall doesn't block that. But still, but they're still kind of little bit hostile. But no wars going on or anything like that.
With who did you say?
The humans and the orcs, the blue and the
what
red.
are the
are
Arakor?
they're
Birds.
bird people basically.
Oh, the bird people.
Sean was going to be a bird people eventually, a bird person.
Eventually, what happens to his current one, Jeffrey? What have you
I was
done?
thinking, I was thinking about just making the gray area gnome territory, but I haven't decided yet. But since we're
Well, I mean, he's a deep gnome,
keep-
so he comes from underground anyway.
Yeah.
So
Keep it Aarakocra.
yeah, do what, Sean?
Keep it Aarakocra.
Yeah,
I could still bring it. I could bring it back in later on if I needed to.
okay, because
if he dies.
I do have plot related Aarakocra things for eventually.
Or if I wanted a bird to fly around on, I could bring back a friend.
Okay, but all right. So in an hour, they're going to teleport to Old Willowdale. Old Willowdale, basically, Old Willowdale was the first Willowdale, but way back in the day, before even Aethelus was around doing his magic thing, Willowdale, basically, their mages fucked shit up, and the town became uninhabitable. Granted, you can walk through it and you'll be fine, but if you live there for too long, it's not a healthy place to
Magic
live at.
poisoning.
Yeah, magic poisoning essentially. So once they teleport there, they're very close to the ocean, and that's when they're gonna hop on the boat and go to the Isle of the Mystics, which is, if you look on the main map, that great island right there, that's the Isle of the Mystics.
Okay.
Oh, the one to the west, right there.
With
yeah,
Aarakocra?
so since no, the Aarakocra are right above the human place.
No, I'm saying it's the same color.
No, it's a slightly
No, it's
lighter
not.
gray
Slightly
color.
gray.
Slightly different.
Not that it
But-
has a thing on the map saying what it is. Cough, cough. Jeffrey not doing the right.
Oh well.
Legend.
Oh well.
The legend
It's not.
of Jeffrey is a lie.
It's not a race territory though. It's just an island. But anyway, so while we're in Willowdale, does anyone want to do anything? Granted, there you have less options than you did in Aethelwood, but
I shall do my music thing.
okay.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
basically nowhere. I don't think we're anywhere near like Karth at this point, or what's left. of Karth,
Also,
so.
Joel, that was about the maximum amount of bullshit I'll let you do. You're not going to get in that much kind of trouble again.
More than
Is-
likely, unless I roll the perfect things like 4 times in a row.
Yep.
I'll just have a different authority doing the exact same thing.
Also, Watson apologizes to Rusty.
Wasn't that nice?
You
I
should all be
completely
friends.
ignore him because I have just like a year of servitude because of the whole thing. So I'm just silent.
Also, you to your inventory, you now have a North Order jacket.
A North Order because of the prison.
North Order jacket.
North Order prison jacket.
A
not a
custodian
prison
You
jacket.
jacket.
should
That's not-
all
not-
be friends.
It's not
I
a
thought
prison
we were
jacket.
friends.
It's just to show that you work for them.
What time of day is it, by the way?
So
I'd say like, well, it's probably like close to dinner time because they did have to walk from Aethelwood to Old Willowdale. I mean Willowdale. It's all I keep getting those two mixed up. But anyway,
Is there an inn?
yes.
Alright, I would like to go and perform at the inn. For free room and board.
Well, we're only going to stay here for like an hour.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay, for dinner then.
for
For
free
beers.
food. For free.
Yes. Drinks
He wants
and
to perform
food.
for free stuff.
Yes. As per usual.
All right. As per usual, Sarah's just going to kind of follow him in, scope out, like, I guess run perception to scope the place out.
I got in
See if there are any,
18.
see if there are assassins.
Yeah, Rusty.
She got a 5.
There are assassins
thinks
everywhere.
she's-
They're breaking down the doors.
She sees a old wizard man that might be an assassin.
She keeps close eye on him.
just
got
in
an-
case, he's an assassin.
Yeah,
I
just
got
in
an
case he finds
18 on
something.
my performance.
Okay, well, since this is not a very large town, you make 17 gold.
Yeah.
Rusty is off, just still sulking. Just how
I
it's
feel like
to-
Alder would try to
a
comfort him.
download,
Having he's
a
still
download
having
file.
he's still having steakhouse flashbacks.
No, just how everything it went downhill. It went from a great speech, a moving speech, finding a kindred, to the steakhouse, to going wild, to
PTSD.
to throwing,
To becoming a slave to
Yeah.
the North Order.
to
So
throwing
Alder's going to go
Watson, to
comfort
that
him?
hitting the worst possible target because of Sean's.
But
critical
if you
failure.
really think about it, though, it's not a horrible thing because once that year's up, if you haven't gotten in any trouble, you might actually be able to stay
Stay where?
in the North
I
Order.
feel like Alder would be like trying to comfort Rusty, be like, "It's
Yeah.
okay.
Probably, yeah. But as long as you don't get any more serious trouble, you could have a job.
Do you guys think how funny it would be if Washington
Granted, you
Alder
get a
came through
job.
now?
You get the job by acquiring a $600 fine, but I mean that's what hackers do. So
Well, I can't. Well, at this point, I can't buy any food, equipment, or anything at this point, so I'm just off, sulking at the mercy of everyone
well,
else.
remember, you're not being paid by the North Order. But if someone like a random civilian pays you, I mean, you get to keep that.
And what am
North
I
Order
doing
can
for
still-
the North Order? Just randomly, they could
Basically,
call me and be
you
like,
you are their soldier. Oh yeah, if war happens, you're getting drafted, buddy. but,
"I'm
but,
on the front lines." Okay, there's that. What else is my punishment?
Okay. Well, basically, you're a soldier for them. Their soldiers make a salary. You make nothing.
But anything I take up on the side is
Yeah. So I mean, if they need people, they can call you in.
You're getting
Plus, you've got
nothing.
a bard. I can make money for us.
I just-
Yep. So you
And
are
get you
at
free drinks.
you're at Christopher's mercy basically, unless you do something to make your own money,
I'm
taking
gonna,
odd jobs or something.
well, right
Thanks to
now
Navarro, we no longer borrow any more money for drinks.
I can now say that I am off sulking and probably depressed by this point.
Yep.
And
Alder's trying to comfort him.
I have a thorny arm around my shoulder, trying to
Yep.
make me happy.
Yeah.
The
And
pain feels good.
it's funny because the people in the group probably want to ridicule you, but you're part of the North Order now, so they can't.
So
even if you are the lowest ranking soldier, you still have some benefits from this.
do I have health benefits? If I
Nope.
die with
No payment.
no payment, but I do have like
I
medical.
No
give you a
priest is
free
gonna want to
beer,
res
though.
you.
You have the jacket, which influences people.
I might get a free
Come-
drink here and there because of it. Here for a North Order soldier. Here,
Well, you get free drinks from me usually anyway.
Well, for right
So,
now, I'm just out in the
beans.
pasture sulking, looking at the cows, with a broken heart.
It's
Trying
okay.
to stay with your brethren.
And Alder's just next to me while everyone else is doing their thing.
The cows eat the plants.
What type of
The
check would it be? if
He's
Washington
like,
was to-
cows sometimes eat steak. According to restaurant, sometimes it is.
Restaurants are lying into you, Alder. That's not how it's supposed to be,
Hey,
buddy.
Jeffrey,
I just love that Dead or Alive poster I made. That's
Jeffrey,
going into a D&D history. What?
I am going to roll a persuasion check to attempt to cheer up Rusty.
Okay.
So where are
Keep
you
in
at?
mind, I
Are you
don't-
with
I
us
don't
or are you
have
at the
any benefit.
hotel?
Huh?
So you're with us instead of the hotel?
I'm with you guys. I rolled a 7.
You try to cheer me up, and it makes me
You
sad.
try to cheer him up, but it just kind of makes him feel a little worse. He's like, there were a lot of slaves back in the day, and some of them turned out okay. Granted, that is to be expected of the deep gnome.
No. It gets just a little bit worse. While I'm trying to say that, I put my hand on Alder and actually turned him pink.
Okay, I would like to roll an intimidation check for Sean to try and make him leave me alone.
You should not argue. We are friends.
Will you allow the intimidation roll, Jeffrey?
Do what?
Would you allow the intimidation roll for me to try and intimidate Watson to leave me alone?
Sure.
Okay, 11 plus a multiplier of 6, so that's a 17. Watson's scared that I'm going to fling him again, runs away and hides.
Somewhere,
Watson runs away.
Somewhere else, somewhere other on the other side of the town, Sherelle ducks.
Watson runs to the other side of town.
Sorry, force of habit.
Watson runs to the other side of the town, finds some stones, tries to hide, gets a stealth check of 8 plus 3, which is 11. So he's just kind of half hidden in this thing.
Yeah. I was thinking about it like I was like, wait a minute, why would the North Order want to hire a Minotaur? But then I thought about it, that's a lot of physical labor.
That's true.
For free?
Or as you could say,
For
moo.
free!
He's just got reins around him and he's pulling a carriage.
This
From
is so
a politician
degrading.
to an ox.
The soldiers are sitting in the back of the carriage for steak.
At that point, I would just snap and they'd have to
Oh
put
my
him down.
God.
They would just have to put him down.
Free drinks at the end if anyone wants them.
Oh, Sarah will partake.
Oh yeah, and Joel, since you're part of the North Order now, what is it called? Mutiny is when you rebel, or what's it called?
Treason?
Treason. Treason is dealt with by death.
Okay, so basically, if they call me and I have to fight with
Don't
them.
do it. Yep.
You
Even
have
if
no
I don't
choice.
believe it, I have to do it or else I die. Unless we can, in case we
You
completely
put yourself
overthrow
in-
the First Order.
You put
Or
yourself.
North Order.
Yeah, this isn't Star
The
Wars.
First Order. Kylo Ren, where is he? I still
You
have
put
PTSD
yourself in
from
this
him.
situation. Granted, a year's a long time. I mean, like, I think we'll be in like chapter 4 in a year. Probably won't have passed yet.
So
All right,
basically, what I can hope is
so-
that we do
Okay,
something
so-
heroic to stop the plague, and they'll be like, you know what, you're okay, you're free.
They're not going to do that, but
But
no spoilers.
Do we all
Might
get
get
teleported to
promotion.
the island now?
Yeah. Okay. So an hour's passed. There's nothing anyone knows. Did you buy food?
I thought the
no.
roll was for free drinks.
Okay. Yeah. Free drinks for everybody.
I was grazing in the
Yeah.
field with the other cows with my own kind.
Watson is staying far
I'm
away
still
from
keeping the
Rusty.
tip money.
Okay. So now they prepare the portal in Willowdale, and now everyone is in Old Willowsdale.
Okay.
It's a pretty I mean, it's kind of ruiny. There are some buildings that are still standing, but you can tell no one's lived here in a very, very, very long time. And at this point you can see the ocean.
Okay. I was gonna ask, does Sarah get any weird about her house, about her hometown getting completely razed?
Oh, was this her hometown?
No, Karth was, but she was like 6. Jeffrey, a 6-year-old watched her entire village, and like everyone she ever known got butchered and burned to the ground.
It might inspire some slight flashbacks, but I wouldn't say anything like crazy PTSD wise,
Okay.
because it's not like it was her town or anything.
Well, Willowdale wasn't. Karth was.
Yeah.
Watson is curious and rolls a perception check just to check out the town. And he gets a 9, so apparently he sees nothing. So what happens now?
Okay, so Cheryl explains, blah blah blah. They have boats already set up, and there's basically 3 long boats. We're talking long boats, 20 feet each.
I'll be back in 3 minutes. Just fill me in
Okay.
on what I miss.
Yep. Okay, and then you have basically everyone's in a line rowing. They're rowing towards the Isle of the Mystics.
By everyone, you mean everyone but us?
Yes, I have the drum. I am beating the drum for the rowing.
Okay, yeah. Okay, you are in the middle boat at the back of the boat drumming.
Joel's
Okay, so-
rowing. Joel is rowing without
Yep.
a doubt.
Joel has to row.
Joel is
Watson-
rowing.
no
The
choice.
rest of us,
Watson
however, are
cannot-
not rowing.
Watson
Row
cannot
faster,
row.
Rusty.
Watson cannot row because he cannot reach the bars.
Watson is trying, and every time the oar goes up, he just flies off the ground.
And they request that Sarah rows as well.
Sarah is not happy about this request.
But follows orders.
She is not happy about this.
Well, think about it. You just be sitting there and everybody looking at you not rowing.
Well, yeah, but that's Alder too. Maybe Alder just rows.
Alder is rowing as well.
Now,
Alder is rowing one whole boat by himself.
the funny thing is they both have the same strength.
Okay, so everyone is on the same boat except for Alder. Alder is on one boat. One boat is 20 feet long. The first 10 feet have people in it. The last 10 feet only have Alder at the end of it rowing.
Row your boat. Gently down the stream. I have no idea where Alder would have learned that, but he just starts like singing it to himself.
And Watson is on the boat with Alder.
Yep.
Staying far, 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 far away from Rusty.
Yep. Okay.
Sarah reluctantly, I guess, starts rowing, although.
That is where part 2 of the prologue ends.
All right.
Part
we
3.
Just row a damn boat.
Yep. And then part 3 will end with y'all getting to the island, and a lot of shit will go down on the island.
And I don't know what you're talking about, not liking bards. I'm kind of liking this.
You always make money.
Yeah, I can make money anywhere I want.
Unless you're like in the same place.
I don't
for a
like
very long
bards
time.
because any other caster in the game can outdo them in terms of power.
That might be true, but can they make money at every inn they go to?
Sorcerers
free
and
drinks.
warlocks can do performance checks too.
If they get powerful enough, they can, like, give me money.
Watson does a performance check. Watson gets a 1. Watson gets tossed off the boat.
Rusty does not go after Watson.
Alrighty then. So is there anything else we need to know about, or are we still at level 2?
Yeah, level 2. Definitely
Okay.
going to be level 3 at the next session now.
Gotcha. Yeah, I figured we were just kind of farting around.
Yeah. Well, I figured this session, unless y'all did something crazy enough to warrant combat, which you almost did with Joel, but I figured putting him in his position kind of limits him to what crazy stuff he can do, so it worked out well.
Alright, yeah, that's all right. I need to go to sleep.
Yep.
Watson jumps up, throws a fireball at the other boat. The end of the story. Watson goes rogue.
Sorrel drowns Watson.
Ties Watson to a piece of wood, tosses him overboard.
But yeah, no, we'll have to figure out when we're gonna be able to like finish things up.
Yeah, I'll post the schedule thing back in there, and I'll update it with my days off again.
Alright.
I work. I close tomorrow, I close Tuesday, and I work 9 to 5 on Wednesday. That's
I'm
all
off tomorrow and the next day. But I work a bit after that, I think.
I have schoolwork and shit I gotta deal with.
Yep. Hopefully we can get this part done soon, but as long as it's not like 2 months away or something crazy like that, it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm really busy because I have a bunch of labs and like projects and shit I gotta do.
Yeah.
Good times.
Not really.
Average
Not so
times.
Good times.
Average times.
Average times.
Alright, I guess we're just waiting on Joel to fill him in that we're all rowing a boat.
Play the One Piece song.
I think I'm hosting the call, so if I drop the call, I think the whole call will die, but I don't think that should be much of an issue.
Yeah.
Alright, I gotta figure out.
I'll
Christopher,
tell Joel he's rowing
What?
a pink boat.
you have class tomorrow?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay. I might have to see if I have class tomorrow. Then again, for me, it's just a lab and like a meeting for another lab.
I rewrite the entire story, and I delete the island, and they just keep rowing, and it turns into One Piece.
Who gets the devil fruit?
Everybody.
I'll go ahead and tell Joel that he's rowing the pink boat.
Do not change the color of the boat. That has gotten us into enough trouble.
It's too big. But I can change the oar.
That you have problems lifting.
He has a pink oar.
I'll have to write
what did I miss?
I'll have to write about
the rowing
poem about
boats.
the antics.
Yep. Okay, so pretty much they went through the portal. Cheryl explained what's going to happen, and they're all going towards the island now. So everyone's rowing boats. They're very long. They're rowing boats. It's 20-foot boats. The first 2 boats are filled all the way. The second boat is only filled up halfway for the first 10 feet, and the last 10 feet is just Watson and Alder. Yep. Watson is not rowing well.
So basically,
I'm beating a drum.
Is my boat sinking?
No, they are well-made boats.
Are we rolling to see how well we're rowing the boats?
You are rowing.
Rolling.
Well, okay,
rolling
fine.
to see how well we're boats going.
Last minute, I'm gonna roll something to determine weather and rowing skills.
Yeah, I should have checked the weather today with Alder.
I forgot to say that, like, during the concert, because I got the idea of the steakhouse, I stopped it. But during the concert, Alder did say it was going to rain, so I was going to have it rain and ruin the concert.
But my 20.
Okay, so I'm going to roll D20. I got a 10. The weather's not bad, but it's not horrible.
It's not bad, but it's not horrible.
It's not bad, but it's not good. You got light mist. It's a little windy, but, boat conditions are fine.
The seas are choppy just a little bit. Having to fight them, but, you're still going.
I rolled a 3 for the rowing skills.
So we're rowing very poorly. None of us have never been on a boat. I can imagine Alder and Watson back there just...
Yeah. Think about it. It's full of mercenaries and paladins and not much rowing boat skills, but just to...
I'm beating a drum. I'm doing my job to perfection.
Row!
To reduce shenanigans. I never thought I'd say that. To reduce shenanigans, I'm going to worsen the weather and increase the skills. So the weather is now bad, but it's not impossible to go through.
Yeah, it's just raining and shitty.
Yeah, y'all are going to get through the island just fine. It's like in the first Pokemon movie when they're trying to get to the island, but Nurse Joy's like, no, don't do it. It's raining real bad. Like that.
All right.
So that ends session number 2. Session number 3 will be the end.
Come back and you're in the session.
Yeah, you left right as I was about to end it.
I see.
But anyway, I like what happened here.
Have me eat my own people.
I will never understand why that is now a thing, but whatever.
Basically, Jeffrey, I've destroyed Joel's entire character. It's time to end the session.
So, good things are planned for your character.
You say that now, but you also said that last time. I don't know if my character can handle any more good things, Jeffrey. His life is about as good as it can get right now.
If you think about it, you went from being stabbed by a skeleton to being an indentured servant with no pay.
So far, every decision since I have...
This is why, as a fighter, you do not put 18 into charisma.
And possibly changing him from a Minotaur rights movement to a gay activist.
Let's not forget that you're the one that threw the bell into the window. You caused a lot of that. And then you threw Sean. And because Sean rolled low, the wind guided him to Sherelle's body.
And my brute force.
Yep.
I'm not saying I'm proud of those two things, but I'm kind of proud of those two things.
But like I said, I can work with this. Good things will happen because of it.
You know what? I should have just stayed in jail pink. Am I still pink, by the way?
No. But anyone who sees the wanted poster think you are. But granted, they took down the posters because you decided to take the third option. But if you ever do anything bad again, which I will highly try to prevent to avoid bullshit, you have an increased fine as a repeat offender.
But after my year, it'll just like my record's bright green or something.
Well, like I said, I've basically given you a way to have a job after this year. That's a salary.
Yeah, just like, you know what? You weren't the worst soldier we've ever had. Stay home.
But, yeah.
At that point, I'll probably burn the jacket inside of the restaurant.
But, basically, I don't think there's anywhere to write on the sheet, but -10 faction points with the Light Hammer.
Okay, what's the difference of the Light Hammer versus the North Order?
The Light Hammer is the big group of paladins. that support everyone in the country. The North Order is the army for the country. So,
Okay,
like,
so
if a war were to actually happen, it's the North Order's responsibility. If the Paladins didn't even want to participate, they don't have to, but chances are they will because that's in their alignment.
Okay, so let me see. Let me go down. I'm sure there's something other. Allies and organizations. Okay, I'll put under. I have Twitchy-eyed Steve as an ally here. So under that, -10. What did you say? It was the
Light's hammer.
Lights hammer.
So pretty much, you're not getting any good rolls with them, unless you do something very good for them. And then you can put the North Order because you're officially a part of them now.
So.
Hey, Joel, I got a question. How low is my affinity with you now?
At this point, if I wasn't being forced to go on this mission by the army, I probably would have left. So, if that tells you anything, I was following this for you and Alder because I thought shenanigans. And now at this point, I have no motivation except you're going on this not to be in jail. And you're the only people I know, so I don't really have a choice, but. So based on affinities, I'd say right now, with Alder, it's, fairly high because he's trying and he's a nice plant thing. With Navarro, we had a good time out in town the other day as well, so his is, fairly high. Sarah, is just that professional relationship as well. I don't really know her, but, her and Navarro have a good relationship, so since they do as well, I have that same respect. And for you, it's just contempt. Just absolute contempt.
So you hate me, basically.
Not hate, because I understand that your ways are different. Because as a politician, it's my job to understand that, outsiders don't always understand. But at the same time,
you're really not acting like a politician. You're acting more like a spoiled asshole. Which I suppose might make some sense.
Well, I do come from a noble descent, so the fact that I encountered someone who was just so backwards that they were eating our own kind and supposedly supported my thing for change, it was just one of those little snap things like, you know what? Screw it. I can't handle this. So it was just kind of a breaking point of,
let's just say that I am thinking of subplots to right these wrongs that have happened.
A holy Minotaur Paladin group.
But I mean, I think everything that happened for a reason.
One of the reasons was because a giant cow met a gnome, and that was going to happen eventually. Everyone knew that I was going to launch Sean somewhere at some point. It was just a matter of how.
And it's funny. It's funny because when you threw the bell through the window, I thought, okay, Joel's going to get a $100 fine, but he's right about to leave. So he's going to leave not knowing he has a bounty. When he comes back, he's going to find out he has a bounty. And I thought that was going to be really funny. But and then you threw the gnome, and I thought, okay, well, whatever. He's going to throw Sean. It'll be funny. But then Sean got a 3.
I love how I did a great throw. I did a pretty good throw. We know Sean. And then Sean's critical failure landed with all of this. So it was his failure that caused the extra little FU, Joel.
Yep. And so it upgraded to a $600 fine, but I guess they saw the value of having a Minotaur slave.
A Minotaur slave for the next year. Especially considering they're afraid that they're all going to die in the next year due to zombies. So, basically saying, you know what?
Yeah, they think about that. That's a good thing for them. They're like, you know what? We might need this guy soon.
Yeah.
No need to kill him.
Have him, die in the line of battle, because most of these people are probably going to die.
But yep, that's going to do it for this session. Like I said, I will post the chat with my updated dates in it, and we can align it and find some days in the future to do our third session.
Well, we can go.
Yay!
Well,
we can hit level 3, and Sarah can unlock the secret demonic magic power she didn't know she had.
But yeah, I don't want to go into spoiler territory, but just some small things for what will be chapter 1. We are staying in this human territory. We will not be leaving this human territory until at least chapter 2. The wall ain't going to be as sturdy as it was. A character you've met is going to come back. I'm not going to say who.
Crazy Eyed Steve!
He'll probably... I don't know what's going to happen to Crazy Eyed Steve, but...
I assume he's still with the group, right?
It's not going to be someone you expect. Yeah, he's still in the large group.
It's not going to be someone we expect. We've only met like 5 different people, Jeffrey.
You met someone else, but you don't remember him probably. It was very brief.
Was it
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
that one time you said you'll remember that meet this character again?
Yep.
Okay. That's not a very
But,
well kept secret, but okay.
Yeah, but that's all I'm gonna say for the next arc, basically.
You know, Jeffrey,
We will and explore other countries though.
I think I like the shenanigans more than I do any of the combat. Just all shenanigans. Who needs to fight zombies? Just shenanigans.
That's how the Lich destroyed the world in that one campaign.
Because they enact democracy.
Like I'm trying to think. I'm thinking of the story right now, and if you all just don't do anything, you'll probably die.
Zombies will slowly overtake us.
Yep.
What if we just like move?
Where?
Somewhere where the zombies aren't. South of the wall. We just go to the mercy of the dragonborn.
No one's been on that side of the wall in a long time. They don't know if zombies are there or not. And the orcs don't care enough about the humans to tell them if there are zombies or not.
I'm on decent relations with the orcs, or they could just come with me to my homeland. Everyone except Sean.
You're a part of the. You're above the wall. You're part of the floor. They're not going to trust you.
Who?
The orcs. They're
No,
the
I
red.
said go back to the Minotaur land. It's on an island. There's no zombies there yet.
Oh yeah.
Just bail.
I'm gonna go to bed. Y'all can
All
talk later. I'm just
All right.
saying that because I think I'm hosting the call.
Yep.
Darn Skype.
Oh.
It
reshifted it, I guess.
That's a new feature.
Yep.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Skype
They should have had that years ago, but still.
Skype actually updating with something we needed? I didn't think that was possible.
It only
Facebook
took them like 12
learned
years.
from this.
But
Bottom tissue.
yeah. And as like we were talking about earlier, so Joel, you said you were born in a noble household, right? So were you born in human land then?
No, I'm a noble in the Minotaur land. Like, I was born to a well-off family, educated in Minotaur thing.
I don't think you're gonna be super well educated. That's the problem.
Well,
Because I mean, they have like villages, but you're not gonna be like super society up there.
No, not super society, but basically I'm from... what I'm thinking for the Minotaurs, like, at this point is most of it is still, village and backwards. But this is like, there's a few major cities that are actually developing. They're still not going to be anything like the major cities in the human land. They'd be like, a moderate city where you would have a decent college, with some well-rounded people, even though the majority of the citizens are still, kind of eh. But you got a few really smart people.
That would actually make a lot of sense because you have the Warforged right there. Then they could supply you with a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, so that's where, as well, my character spent most of his youth traveling, both in, the well sittings of mine, and then, the ally countries. Let me see where it is in the map so I can make sense.
Yeah.
Like, time around the, Warforged, with them, sometime in the human area, because I would assume the human area near the Warforged would be more, understanding.
Yeah.
And then, just down with the elves, and the elves are pretty much snobs, but at the same time, if you can offer them something, they'll,
Yeah.
So being a Minotaur, we have stuff to offer.
Yeah.
So I was able to, trade and just pretty much become educated. So that's where a lot of things...
And, so when you came to this human continent, did you go through the Arakocra land, or did you swim, or on a boat or something through the elf land?
The Arakocra... Their lands are mostly, they live in mountains, right?
Yeah, it's mountainy, but I'm not going to explain why yet, but they're basically cursed. So either you would see pity for them or something, or you probably didn't interact with them much because they're bad off. But the ones outside, once they leave, they're fine. So that will be explained at some point.
So basically,
if you have gone through there, then you know that they're cursed, basically, or something's off about them.
Well, based on my character, I would say probably if there's something off by them, I would have tried to interact with them, but if they were too, I felt endangered or weirded or like I was in trouble, I would have probably moved on.
Yeah.
So, but I would say my character has traveled basically everywhere north of the wall, because you said no one's been south of the wall in a while.
Yeah.
So I'd say I probably traveled all through that area. Part of the human area I'm in now, probably not as far west as I am now.
Yeah.
But enough where I've traveled most of the dwarf land and the top little bit of the
How old is your character?
How old did I put my character?
That's a lot of traveling, so you might want to make him a little bit older.
I think, 27, but 34. I think I'm gonna change it to at least
Yeah,
34.
34 sounds reasonable.
Because that's one thing I didn't have any of that written down yesterday, so I just kind of scribbled in stuff.
Yeah.
So that's quite a bit of traveling. But you got to think, starting at a young age. I don't know
Yes.
how Minotaurs age, but I would assume they age more quickly than
Mhm.
humans do. So
Yeah.
by say the age of 8 or 12, it was probably I was probably well into the elven and human lands.
Yeah.
And I know, like Ben said, it seems like you're a spoiled child. Well, it's one of those things. I've encountered a lot of stupidity and ignorance, but usually if I meet any of my own kind, they're either, at home stupid ignorance, but not, off in a major city far away from home spreading that.
Yeah.
So it was one of those more or less blinding, instantaneous rage. I can't. And then after that, just, like a spoiled brat, basically I had a crisis of conscience and Sean was there.
But yeah.
Oh, and
I'm not
there,
gonna-
and just rubbed salt in the wound. I've already broken one window. Breaking a gnome will be no worse.
Yeah, but I think it was a good session overall.
It was overall. As far as my character goes, it was a horrible session. And
Yeah, for you, it was
I may
awful.
never. As far as a person goes playing this, it was absolutely hilarious. I thought I was going to die at one point because I couldn't
Yeah.
breathe. I was laughing so hard.
Yeah, there's some like when Ben came back and I had to explain what happened. That was funny.
It was beautiful.
But yeah, don't think too bad about the character because I mean, in a way, you think about it like your character. If he got a good military ranking, that even better. It betters his.
Well, at this point, I don't think they would give him any ranking increases or anything. He would just
No,
be
that's what I'm saying. Is that like say right now, you're an indentured servant, but like say down the line you do something good in that 1 year that impresses them, they make you a regular soldier, and then down the line further as a regular soldier you do something good again. That's when you could prove that Minotaur are actually good, and you get that rank, and then that can help you or trying to help Minotaur, all the Minotaur kind of deal, because they see you as a public figurehead for the Minotaur relations.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, I think this is a perfect place to end my recording because I've just been sitting here while we're having a little bit of babbling. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you've laughed as much as we have, and maybe the next time will be even better. I don't see how it could, but well, maybe.
It's gonna be epic. But
It's going to be epic, but no, cow, gnome shenanigans. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Maybe not. I'm trying to keep everyone happy, and Ben seemed to be getting kind of annoyed at that point.
Ben's going to be annoyed by everything, and you know this.
That's slightly true.
Ben, he says he's not happy when he's angry, but I feel like he can't be completely happy unless he's at least mildly annoyed.
It's a little
Christopher,
true.
how do you feel about this?
I don't know. There could be something to it.
I have
You
not
think about it,
studied
like
my
whenever
brother-in-law,
whenever we would play Magic the Gathering, he'd always be like yelling, but kind of having fun.
Yeah. Well, he's always yelling when there's
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering. It's kind of well, whenever he plays with me in Magic the Gathering, he always ends up yelling. One of us does.
Yeah.
How dare you beat me? I have the heart of the cards, darn it. Good times, good times. Anyway, I thank you for watching. I'm the Great and Mighty Line Wedge Load, with our glorious DM, Gold Gear Zero, with Mr. Naos May Sean, who has just been, just sitting there. Gun Knight 77, Ben, Mr. Ragey Pants, and Christopher, who was like something Frost something?
X Frost.
X Frost. Does that mean you're like a former Frost?
I mean, it's not EX Frost. It's just X.
Ice and tie.
I don't know.
X Frost. He's not actually Frost. He's fire pretending.
It's a guise. He's found me out.
Aha! You cannot fool the lime. The lime.
I really like this wanted poster.
Okay, in that case, I'll leave with the wanted poster on the screen. Zoom in. Okay, full screen. No, where's the... Okay, to zoom in. Okay, zooming. 290, 300%, 400%, 420 blaze it. Rusty Shackleford. What is this down in the lower thing, the fine print? Kenowo, Shakohi Ha, Fictionai, Death Note, Jetsu.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It was a One Piece picture, and I just edited it.
Oh. How dare you ruin my good character's name with One Piece. Okay. Anyway, I thank you for watching Moo. I'm a glowing pink angry cow, which that face is perfect because, you know, it just shows that my character snapping. I don't know who got a picture of me at the moment that, you know, he just finally snapped and lost it. But that's perfect. I might have to... Jeffrey, send me that picture and I'll put it as my character's thing on the page.
Good idea.
The pink cow.
Face it, Joel. Your pink minotaur causing chaos like that is perfect.
That does sound like something I would do as a character. Anyway, I think. But
like I said, I'm gonna limit the amount of shenanigans at some point.
Okay. Anyway.
That way, you're not getting yourself killed.
I don't know if I believe you. I'm gonna be a martyr for the cause.
At some point.
At some point. Thank you for watching Lime Witch Lodge, and I don't even know anymore.
This is the part where you say off, and away.
Well, you just said it, so why should I say it?
Then end the video.
What video?
Oh, it's already done.
No, it's not already done, but I've just got you on full screen now. So
whatever.
Say it, Jeffrey.
Ham and cheese is good for me.
Oh.